the 4-0 Bulls from the Palace in Auburn Hills. Somebody missed Ron Harper. Pistons with the ball. Dumars gets the pick from Thorpe. And the foul. That's a 3. And 1. This could be a 4-point opportunity here for Joe Dumars.
Take a look at this. Joe is working on the pick and roll, but they're going to ice it. They force him down. Ron Harper comes across the hand. Jordan on Hill.
See how much bigger Hill is than Jordan. Good 2 inches. Hill drains this one after missing his first 2 shots. And it's 5.
Point arc, he can really nail it. I've seen him some nights when he almost can't miss.
Scottie Pippen, another player that had no perimeter game when he came in.
Which is surprising. Normally, this is not their style.
Detroit only allowing 83 a game. The bounce pass on the baseline to Dennis Rodman, who gets 2 points. And for Dennis, that's shot clock down to 6 seconds for Dumars. Now 3. He's going to take another 3. That's 3 in a row. 3 triples for Dumars. 4:26 to go in the first period. How about this? Michael Jordan scored the first 11 2 nights ago. Has taken only 1 shot here tonight. Joe Dumars has 12 now with another triple. Longley has to be fouled again. Nice pass.
7% career shooter, 38% last year. That's a tough way to go and depend on a guy that shot that percentage over his career. But here we have Grant Hill being able to knock down. So he's so dangerous, he'll be unreal.
Detroit back up by 1. Pippen with a ball fake off the glass for Scottie. And now we're in a seesaw game with the Bulls leading at 19-18. 2:44 to go as Longley to intimidate, and the Bulls come back leading by 1. Kukoc finger roll.
Toni Kukoc, one of the premier players in the world. The double team and left him wide open down the lane.
Longley's 5 out of 6 from the floor. It's hard to miss from that range. Count the basket. Spinning move by Grant Hill.
Here's Grant Hill, and this is what he does best. There's Mills coming off Mills, getting to the basket. He'd made up his mind. Use his body, spins, twists.
Craig Sager later. It's that's hard to say, easy for me to say. Grant Hill on the penetration, and it rattles home for Grant with only 3 seconds left on the shot clock, and the Bulls are up by 4. And Grant Hill has the best answer for Luke Longley is to have him on the bench, which is where he is now. Jordan, first move of the night. It's Michael against the whole team. He's going to pull up and knock it down anyway. Count it, says Dennis Rodman, who waited down at the other end of the floor. Long shot, long rebound, gives Chicago a chance to run. Jordan, open. 3.
All of a sudden, he's feeling it.
And a broadcaster for Chicago.
The only guy over there doesn't have one, and that's Frank Hamlin. And Jordan says, I want to get him one.
Clock down to 10. Grant Hill on the penetration. Tough to stop. I wonder how much his Pistons. 10 on the shot clock for the Bulls. Now 5 off that triple post. Beautiful pass.
Well, they're so used to it. Longley flashes, catches it, drops it on the back door.
Has to get into this half-court set.
Great transition defense. If you don't get any open floor against them, either early offense, it's very, very difficult to, in fact, get scores.
Grant Hill has 16.
They're going to give him that shot, and he's going to have to nail it. I mean, it's going to take time, but he is going to become a very sound shooter from that distance.
Michael Jordan said that as his hops, Michael gets his 30 about any way he wants to. Dumars. That's 5 threes for Joe Dumars tonight.
Emotionally, he feels good about this club, playing good basketball.
Don't step back on Scottie Pippen. Hey, dishing off to his teammates and getting Luke Longley off. Then came into the second quarter, got his 9. And Michael, before the night is over, unless I'm very mistaken, will have 25 to 30.
There's Joe Dumars again.
That ties his high in a game. The most threes he's ever had is 6.
That and walking around the basket.
Michael Jordan, 14, came out to the elbow, got the pass. That's clinical, right off the charts.
Yeah, really.
Jordan working into the paint out to Ron Harper. To the Chief, Robert Parrish. By the way, he's older. Here are the coaches. He's older than Ron Harper missing. Rodman there again for the offensive board. Grant Hill has it punched away by Harper. Parrish.
And they are just dominating the Pistons on the backboard. This is the style. Here they're going to pick and roll with Grant Hill. He can get there. He's got to learn to connect with it, which he can. But they're playing a little bit differently. But that's their bread and butter, getting him in isolations at different places on the floor. Here's an example. He's pick and roll comes. He starts baseline, splits it, goes inside. He can get there, gets fouled. He can really get to the basket.
By 12. 3 on the shot clock. Grant Hill is good. Pippen over Grant Hill.
This is where, you know, Chicago has such a tremendous advantage over so many people in the league because the clock, watch the spacing on Grant Hill.
Drive by Dumars. Joe with 20.
Joe having a very, very big night.
Detroit with only 3. Coming into the game, Chicago was second in the league in rebounding. Detroit was 16th. Dumars. Oh, yes. That was nicely done. Good piece of show.
Dumars had to make a great shot.
Detroit within 10. Jordan with 10 seconds. Dumars. Defend this, says Michael. And Michael, who did not score in the first period, now has 13 in the game. And I would wager he's on the bench with 4 fouls. Shot clock to 10. Into Rodman. Got position on Grant Long.
Yeah, he really did. And actually, the Detroit Pistons have picked up
the rest of the team. Got to have a lot more than that. Shot clock at 7. Rodman, the offensive powerhouse.
He can score. He really can. He is
38,000 people at the Tokyo Dome for that game.
Tremendous interest. Was there 2 years ago. Could not believe they even recognized me, and I hadn't been there since points. But they're standing, facing, trying to get shots. That's not really whether the game is.
Oh my! That's a 20-point lead. That's the Bulls' biggest margin of the night, and Chicago on their way.
Championships. No matter how you do it, if you do it, it counts.
Oh! Detroit battling for the boards and sticking it back in is Terry Mills, and that's the best offensive rebounding we've seen here. Lead of the game on this possession. Kukoc, beautiful play. Nice hands.
Oh, he's so terrific off the dribble.
Curry. Power jam. And the foul. Well, Dennis wanted to go the other way. Yes,
it is.
It is going the other way.
He knew he had the charge. He took it and wanted responsibility for it, or credit for it, as you would say. I'm wondering if we'll see Jordan again tonight with 7:52 to go and a
John Sally,
actor, movie star. Yeah, working in Hollywood, looking for parts. And I understand from a lot of people has a lot of talent, doing a nice job.
To stay away from jamming the ball up there, and we've seen that tonight on the part of Grant Hill. 10 to shoot.
Well, as much time as he spends in the air, he's going to have to play his career with those kind of injuries.
That's a triple from Kerr. Bulls 89, Pistons 65.
On 2 guards who are smaller, but in this case, boom.
Grant Hill ran into Augman. Jordan delivered the ball to Pippen, and we have a 91-67 blowout under the way. And Michael does have 8 assists.
Charles keeps his promise to be one of the leading rebounders in the league. They're going to be very tough to beat.
Kenny Smith, former Houston player himself, matter of fact.
Houston always used to be standing around when Grant Hill made those penetrating moves and was able to score. Athletic move there again, getting to the hoop.
Augman only had 2 at the half, has 6.
Well, a game at the Palace. Chuck Daly doing the analyzing. Dennis Rodman, 20 rebounds. That's an average game for you in this building.
It seems like that, don't it? I just do my job. That's it. You know, I don't care what people say about where you betrayed the Detroit Pistons and the city of Detroit. It's not all about that. It's all about making the right moves and what makes you happy in life. So I had to make the move.
We know how you like challenges. The fact that Charles Barkley says he wants the rebounding title this year, is that a factor for you?
No, that's not no fun. I do my job. I get paid to do one thing. That's rebound, kick people's asses. I don't have to go out there and prove a point to nobody in this world. So, hey, Charles, if you want the rebound title, great. We're going to win a championship.
They're going to raise to the rafters a number 2 with Chuck Daly for the 2 championships you won with him. Any words for Chuck?
I think Chuck he's like I said, I call him God, and he's a great individual, and his system really screwed him over the years. And I'm grateful that Chuck has the opportunity to get his number up.
All right, thanks a lot. Let's go now to Chuck is over there with Bob Neal.
Chuck, only Dennis Rodman. You know, I don't see the system as having screwed you somehow with your limo. Hey, Dennis. Dennis
just
came over.
stepped in.